Greetings to everyone. This is your host Ash Khan, and you are watching Consumer Pakistan News Channel. In today's bulletin,
USA invites Pakistan to climate change summit. The United States of America has finally extended an invitation to Pakistan for the virtual summit on climate change hosted by President Joe Biden after initially excluding it from the conference scheduled for 22nd April 2021. According to the details, following President Biden's directive, the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate Change, John Kerry, has written a letter to Malik Amin, the Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Climate Change, inviting Pakistan to attend the virtual summit. The U.S. administration had initially invited 40 world leaders to its first climate change summit but had excluded Pakistan. This had left many perplexed as Pakistan is the fifth most vulnerable country to climate change and that this issue has been one of the most significant areas of focus of the incumbent government. Imran Khan had responded to this snub saying that he was puzzled at the cacophony. Pakistani government's environmental policies are driven solely by our commitment to our future generations of a clean and green Pakistan to mitigate the impact of climate change, he tweeted. However, after almost a month, Kerry has written a letter to Pakistan inviting the Premier to the event saying the meeting aims to find ways to strengthen joint global efforts against the climate crisis. The letter also revealed that at the summit, the United States will set a 2030 target for the Paris Agreement. Sindh boards might not be able to conduct matric and intermediate exams. A letter written by the chairpersons of the education boards in Sindh claims that it will be difficult to conduct matric and intermediate exams this year due to a lack of funds. According to the letter, the government of Sindh had to provide a grant of over Rs 3 billion to the boards, which has not been granted, and consequently, the salaries of employees are pending. It will be a difficult task to conduct examination this year unless the grant is given immediately, the letter added. The chairperson of the Sucker Board laminated that boards will have to conduct examinations by begging if the provincial government fails to issue the grant. Similarly, the chairperson of Hyderabad Board said that the teachers are begging off from work due to non-payment. The board had claimed to have reached out to the government several times. However, the government has not addressed their complaints yet. Age limit for single-dose CanSino vaccine reduced yet again. District Health Officer Islamabad has reduced the age limit for receiving CanSino Bio's COVID-19 vaccine to 60 years. This is the second time within a space of few weeks that the age limit for receiving CanSino Bio's vaccine in the capital has been changed. Initially, DHO Islamabad had fixed the age limit for receiving CanSino Bio's vaccine at 80 years. That was later changed for 70 years. According to DHO Islamabad, Zain Zia, residents of the federal capital can get the single-dose CanSino Bio vaccine at the Rural Health Care Center, Tarlai, known as AD5 and COV. CanSino Bio developed the coronavirus vaccine in collaboration with the Beijing Institute of Biotechnology and tested it in large-scale Phase 3 clinical trials that were held in 5 countries including Pakistan, in which more than 40,000 volunteers participated. Pakistan bans all forms of travel from India. As the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic continues to hit an even deadlier peak in the coming few weeks, the Civil Aviation Authority has revised the standard operating procedures for international travel. As per the new guidelines, 20 more countries have been added to Category A, which includes Australia, Bhutan, China, Japan, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, and Sri Lanka. Passengers from these countries are not required to get tested for COVID-19. As far as countries in Category B are concerned, the duration of predetermined PCR test will be 72 hours. India has been added to Category C, with travel restrictions extended till 24th April. Regarding Category C countries, the National Command and Operations Center has specifically put a ban on all kinds of travel to and from India via air, rail and road due to the alarming rise in COVID-19 cases in the neighboring country. Hospitals in Lahore reach full capacity with COVID-19 patients. The worsening of the coronavirus situation in Lahore has led to many intensive care units in hospitals reaching full capacity. All the ICU wards in Mayo Hospital, Jinnah Hospital, Kot Khwaja Saeed Hospital and Nawaz Sharif Hospital are full with critically ill patients. According to details, 250 COVID-19 patients in Lahore are on ventilators and around 700 patients are being treated in high oxygen wards. A report revealed that the proportion of patients has reached 89% in the ICU wards of Lahore's hospitals, 94% in the high oxygen units, and 45% in the low oxygen units.
Thank you for watching Consumer Pakistan News Channel. This is I, Ash Khan. See you in the next bulletin. Until then, take care and goodbye.